So, next up we have the Wingspan.
Oh, the Wingspan. That's our school newspaper, if you didn't know.
It is, but something pretty exciting is happening about it.
Something that hasn't happened for so many years since the Wingspan has been, I don't want to say cut off from the school. Now it's back, and we're doing exciting things.
Yeah, so Wingspan is hosting a conference for other schools, other school newspaper staffs from around the area. And we're all going to come up here in the school, and we're going to collaborate and learn.
So, Miss Colleton talked a little bit about what's going to happen there, who's coming to talk, and some of the stuff that they're going to be learning. So, in case you do want to do school pub next year, which is the Wingspan, you should really check this out and see some of the stuff you'll be learning.
Yeah, let's go check it out. Hi everyone, I'm Ben Detweiler, and I'm joined today with Miss Colleton to talk a little bit about the high school newspaper conference that's going to be happening. So thanks for joining me, Miss Colleton.
Thanks, Ben.
So first up, where did the idea come up for this?
So Mr. Doyle used to run the paper, and so did Mrs. Pledgey and Miss Ohl and Miss Boyle. And so through them, I learned that Temple Press used to host a large conference for high school newspapers in our area. And it was a great experience. However, they stopped doing that a few years back. And so there's nothing like that exists, which would be extremely valuable for a paper like ours that's just trying to get going in the 21st century. So we decided, once we took on a correspondence manager, which is Bailey, we decided that we would reach out to other schools in the area and see if they would be interested in an opportunity to collaborate and possibly get in some speakers that students wouldn't be exposed to during their class time.
All right, and why did the Wingspan think it was a good idea to take such a large event under their wing?
Well, it might not be wholly the Wingspan that thought that was a good idea. It was probably more me. I just felt like there are some things that, as much as I've tried to learn for this first year, that I can't give to the students. So I wanted to give them opportunities to talk to professionals, to talk to students who are at the collegiate level, working in journalism. So I felt like that was a good idea, and it just kind of snowballed into this conference. And so I've had a lot of support from our mentor, Katie Bambi-Kohler, and I've had a lot of support from Mr. Doyle and the English department, so I just decided that we should run with it, and the kids got right on board.
All right, what is planned for the conference?
So in the morning, we have three schools total, possibly a fourth coming. So it's Norristown and North Penn and Boyertown. And in the morning, the students are going to do a few getting to know you activities so everybody feels comfortable in talking about their work, because all of those students have put themselves out there in some way. And they're also going to give a short, kind of informal presentation of their format, where they've been, where they're going, what it looks like now, any of the challenges that they've been having. So we get to know each paper as it exists. And then as we move to they'll have a lunch together, and then as we move to the afternoon, we'll do some of the speakers and workshops.
Okay, what presenters plan on attending?
So we have presenters in a couple different areas. Each student who attends will get to choose two of those areas. We have Mr. Husky from the Times-Herald, the editor of the Times-Herald, who will be giving a workshop on time management and also people management and motivating a team. We have Katie Bambi-Kohler, who is also our mentor. She will be doing some workshops on story development. We have E.J. Smith, Mr. Smith's son, actually, who is going to be giving some instruction on how to cover a sports event, which is kind of our bread and butter, and for most high schools it is, and how to do it skillfully and effectively. And he's the assistant editor of Temple Press currently. So those are just a few, but we also have some of Mr. Doyle's contacts from Cabrini College coming to help us out with some of the social media and the things that go along with running an online newspaper.
Okay, so what should students expect to learn from this?
So I'm hoping that the students see all of the opportunities that are out there in journalism and all of the different ways to approach a story, to develop stories, and really to see what people are doing beyond this first stage that they're in the high school classroom. I just listened to something yesterday where they were interviewing the editor of the New Yorker, and it was interesting to hear him say that he actually was an editor of nothing prior to being the editor of the New Yorker, except for his high school newspaper. So that to me speaks volumes. So the exposure to some of these collegiate opportunities, to some of these professional opportunities is invaluable for the students in their future, especially if they want to go on in journalism.
Why do you think that something like this is so important?
I think that attaching learning in the classroom to what students will experience in the real life outside of the classroom is vital in motivating students to really want to strive to do their best. And I don't think that in my small classroom with no windows that I can do all of that effectively without providing some of these opportunities.
All right, so can you give me a run through of what day this is going to be and what times?
So it's going to be February 28th, which is a Saturday. It's going to start at 9 in the morning and it will run to 3 p.m.
All right. Is there anything else that you'd like to add?
I would like to add that we have, through our business managers, Sterling Williams and Melissa Lamb, we have been able to gain sponsorship for this event, and so Primo Hoagie, Eves, and Weiss have also contributed so that the students can have lunch at no cost to them, which is really great because it means the whole event is free to our students.
All right. Thank you so much.
All right. Thanks, Ben.
All right. I'm Ben Detwine. I'm just talking to Ms. Carlton about the Wingspan, which is hosting a conference here at the high school for high school newspapers. Now back to the Eagle's Eye.